You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, I don't necessarily know if dancing is technically a sport. It may not be, but it is close enough for me to show you the atrocity that has happened involving Irish dancing, girls Irish dancing, and in this case, a mediocre performing biological male, a teenage boy, who could not cut it against other boys, decided to jump over to Irish dancing against the girls and win the top prize. Just like that, stealing the hopes and dreams of these girls that has worked very hard. It should be noted, the organization that puts on this show, and that's just what it is now. It's hard to take it seriously, take their validity seriously, after allowing a biological boy to just come in and just automatically dominate the girls in this dancing competition. It should be noted that organization has posted pictures on their social media of said winners right here, and I would assume that this one right here in the middle is said biological boy. That's right. In this competition, much to my dismay, actually happened in Dallas, Texas. And there are a bunch of parents that are outraged over this, and I don't blame them. An American boy, this is Breitbart, and guys, this is picking up steam. Outkick, Breitbart, Daily Wire. This is all coming out over the last hour or so. An American boy who says he is transgender, a transgender girl, has won a slot in the Irish Dancing World Championships for girls. After winning a girls' competition, he switched to when he lost competing against other boys. What was it David Pollock put out the other day? My daughter's sports is not for mediocre performing male athletes or something like that. Because the fact is, have you noticed that all these boys that have switched over to compete as girls were, well, not good competing against their own gender? That's not a coincidence. It's not. Quote, parents think it's outrageous, one parent told the Daily Signal, which broke the story after the boy placed first in a regional dance competition for girls in the United States. Quote, they are absolutely outraged. It's absolutely ridiculous. Just like any other sport. The feeling is one of fundamental unfairness, this parent added. And then obviously the frustration and resentment that goes along with that. Yeah, these girls worked hard and they're crushed. Because they just had some mid-boy come waltzing in the door, put on a wig, get up there and dominate them. I mean, he crapped all over their hard work. God, this is so unfair. It really is. American parents are protesting the decision after the boy placed first in the under-14 South regional competitions that took place in Dallas, Texas, according to the Daily Signal. The first place win comes after the boy had placed 11th. He dominates the girls. He placed 11th when he competed as a boy against other boys in April at the CLRG World Championships. The organizers of the Dance Association are defending their decision to let boys take prizes and status from girls. They don't give a rip about women or girls. I have never seen anything like it in all of my life. Women work so hard to get all these rights, and now none of these organizations care. It's crazy, including the NC2A. Quote, I am aware that there is a great deal of upset with our policies that transgender Irish dancers enter competitions that align with their gender identity of their everyday public life. They said in a November 21st statement by the Dance Association official, P.J. McCafferty. He added, we advocate for every one of our dancers. We do our very best to be fair to everyone. No, you do not. You're not being fair to these girls at all. You're choosing a virtue signal over the fairness in your sport. This decision is not easy for anyone. Not everyone's point of view or personal interests align. I am asking you for tolerance. You are expected to respect all dancers. No. Quote, the powers that be within the Irish dance are more interested in being politically correct and preserving both the dignity of Irish dance and its dancers. Maggie McNeely, who competed in an adult competition in early December, said in a post at the conservative group Concerned Women for America. The post is headlined, Radical Gender Ideology Comes for Irish Dance. Well, there's no sports safe now. None. MMA. Powerlifting, swimming, track and field. Now, Irish dance. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I did one of those videos. A bunch of poorly performing males jumping out there and performing against females because they know they can dominate. And they didn't cut it. That's all there is to it. The sexes are not interchangeable in dance styles centered on who each dancer is biologically. But some factions within the Irish dance community want to throw out everything that makes Irish dance what it is by embracing radical gender ideology. To whom exactly is this being fair? Is it fair to ask young girls to pour their hearts into a sport, then rob them of the prize for which they work so hard? Is it fair to dress a young boy in a dress and wig and teach him how to dance like a girl because he's confused? It is not fair to undermine one of the core truths that make Irish dance what it is, that men and women are different, and that's not only okay, but a good thing. Unfortunately, Director McCafferty is right. This has happened before. Earlier this year, a major competition in Ireland, a dancer identifying as a non-binary won an adult women's competition. That particular dancer vocally advocates for the removal of all gender rules within Irish dance, which would ultimately destroy the sport as we know it, though pretending that boys can fairly compete against girls will have the same effect. Ireland was once proud of its people and culture, but the post-1970s generation of Irish elites prefer to follow the example of American progressives who tout society-changing immigration and transgenderism. Quote, the only current recourse is for parents and competitors to speak out against the injustice of gender ideology, especially for girls. This is absolutely nuts, and that's basically the end of the article, and that's where we'll lay off. But there you go. We got another sport down. Fairness out the door. At least in this one, I don't guess there's any way for a female to get hurt out of it. Field hockey, volleyball has already hurt some females by way of biological males competing. But again, and we banged the table here, Riley Gaines is trying to get people to listen. She was called a transphobe earlier this week. By the way, she fired back. Misogynist? Anybody? It is what it is. It's unbelievable what's going on. Some females going to get hurt. That's all there is to it. Never mind the fact that they just do not care about how hard these girls have worked. They don't care. One of them got up there this week and basically said, learn to lose gracefully. What? It is amazing. And she was a woman that said it's amazing how many of these women are okay with a guy with a penis trotting out and dominating other women. How exactly is that right? Okay, interesting. Feminism has taken somewhat of an interesting turn, wouldn't you say? Because it's a lot of the feminists that are now advocating for this bullshit to be happening in sports. Megan Rapinoe, anyone. Peace, I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.